Dragon.
Dragon.
It's a dragon.
Oh my goodness. Is that food up there? It's
It's
the
the
bugs!
bugs.
And
How'd they
the
get down
daisy!
here?
Excuse me. I was looking for the women's lounge. Oh my. Ooh, he has a problem with his face.
You're coming with us, young lady.
I think you're making a mistake.
Think you mean mistake. You've seen too much. We can't let you go.
Not to worry, I won't remember anything in this room, or you, or anything really. I've got a terrible memory, and I can't even remember my own name half the time.
I'm sorry you found us. Our cult of Amon Ra must remain secret. There is too much at stake here. Too many important people and whatever.
So has
are
he been
involved.
down here the entire time?
He's been here a while, I guess.
Cult of Amon Ra? In the museum basement?
This room is a forgotten part of the original museum. We are safe here, as long as no outsiders are aware of our existence.
Oh, well, my lips are sealed, and if you want to dance and sing and have little meetings down here, that's your business.
You cannot be trusted, Miss Bow. You're a newspaper reporter. We could be a featured article on page 1 of tomorrow's newspaper if we let you go.
But people are gonna miss me. They'll search the museum.
The police will never find this room or your body.
Well, I found it.
Doesn't
It
matter.
wasn't very hard to find, you know. Wow, how did they get like an entire replica of Tut's head? You don't really plan to kill me, do you?
Of course not.
Phew, what a relief.
Kill is such an ugly word. Actually, we're going to sacrifice you to Amon Ra.
Can we talk about this?
Nope. There's nothing to discuss. You should be proud to die. It's not an honorable business. Young Egyptian maidens are just at the privilege of the sacrifice to the Amon Ra.
What in the world are you talking about?
I don't even know. You're familiar with history of ancient Egypt, Miss Bow.
Well, I've learned a few things.
Perhaps we should teach you.
Do I have any other options? I'm having a hard time understanding you, though.
We can test you or sacrifice you. It's your choice.
I'm liking this idea more and more. What kind of test is it?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Amon Ra may choose to intervene on your behalf. It is tradition that we must let you live if you can answer Amon Ra's riddles.
Great.
Of course, you'll have to. Another riddle. The
You
hieroglyphics.
have to answer the riddle in hieroglyphics.
Answer the riddle with hieroglyphics. Oh, well, see.
I was afraid it would be something like that. Okay, what's the riddle?
Actually, it's a two-part riddle. What is the room you leave without entering?
Okay. What is
Burglary.
No, it's not. It's not one of these. We have to spell it out with the hieroglyphics we found. And if you didn't find them or put them in your notebook and you got this far, you are so screwed. So I believe the room you leave without entering is the womb. I don't know how you know this. I don't know if there is a hint in the game somewhere. I think this is sort of a well-known riddle, but I'm not sure.
That's correct. Now, the second riddle. What is the room you enter without leaving?
Can you guess what it is? It rhymes with womb.
Tomb?
Yes! Good job! I'll make you
Yay!
garlic bread.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Very impressive. You are the first person who ever answered that riddle correctly.
The first person in the entire world.
Okay. Well, I don't even know the answer myself. The wise Amon Ra apparently wants us to spare your life. Will you swear to keep our location a secret?
Of course.
Well, that was easy. Let's get out of here. May the great Amon Ra guide you.
Thank you. Now I just have to outrun this person who's been chasing me.
Who's chasing you? You think they'll find their way in here?
I'm not sure who it is, but I believe it's the same person who stole the Dagger of Amon Ra from its display case, and I'm sure they'll find their way in here.
Well, if that is true, they will not leave this room alive.
Holy shit, Ramses.
I suggest you leave through our secret escape route behind the altar. Go now, and remember your promise. Beep. There appears to be a dead body over there.
Stave! Wait a second. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
What?
I hate to tell you this, but I have inadvertently gotten us to a death scene, it would appear.
Why?
Because I didn't go back and get Steve's boot. And because I didn't go back and get Steve's boot, he will die. This is an example, my friends, of how to fuck up in a Sierra game. Right here is where I would be giving him his boot. Except I don't have the boot, so he fell over dead.
That's so stupid.
Because the floor is so hot? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
He died from a hot foot?
Wow. That's all I got to say is wow.
Thought I was stronger than that.
No worries, folks. I will get us back in track. I will get us back on track. It'll be fine. Okay. We are back. And
That only took 14 hours.
I had, yeah. What I had to do is I had to go back and get Steve's boot. And normally I don't forget to do that because in the Windows version, when you're running away from Mr. Murder Man, you see the boot in the armor room. And it's just your instinct to pick it up. And you have enough time to do that. I did not look for the boot. I did not see it. It was a mistake. There was much heartache. Now we have the boot and it is okay.
Das Boot is returned.
Das Boot. Now we're gonna wake up Steve, because he is in fact not dead.
Just salty.
And so now, why in the world would he... I mean, is the floor that hot? That when he... I mean, is that thing a thing?
Oh, my head! What happened, Laura? It's so hot in here.
Yes, Steve, I was so worried about you. Are you alright?
I think so.
I remember hearing someone coming up behind me, and as I turned around, somebody slugged me. Cripes, my head hurts.
They must have dumped you down the coal chute. Let me see where you were hit.
It's right here.
Oh, wait, I'm all right. Don't touch it.
Honestly, you men can be such crybabies. Do you think you can walk? We gotta get out of here. Someone's been murdering everyone in this museum, and whoever it is after me.
I can make it. I'm with you. Where do we go?
Good question. Let's go in here.
Yeah.
Of course, I knew that would lead to not good.
Uh-huh.
This isn't a good shovel to use. Try the other one. It's too heavy. You don't have room for it in your purse. It's not yours. You can't do anything with the shovel. You have more important things to do than use a shovel. Besides, the shovel is rusted into place. The grate covering the drain is firmly bolted in place. Fortunately, there's nothing in the drain you require, and it's far too narrow for a human to enter.
We could fit an entire mummy in our purse earlier.
So, yeah, now we have no room, apparently. So without Steve to help us, we would never be able to move the giant slab stone. So we do need to bring him with us. It is an end. You will die if you do not do that.
Nice cartoony eyeballs there.
Yeah. Oh, Steve. You're so beautiful even in the dark.
Why, thank you.
So there's those cobras that Olympia lost.
Did you just toss them, like, some marbles? They're like, oh, marbles, yeah!
I love this game. No, I tossed them snake oil, and
Jacks, guys.
it is repellent.
Okay.
And so we can go up here. Steve, come on already. It's really narrow in here. You hear the sound of gunfire from the direction of the furnace room.
Sounds like someone's chasing us, Laura.
Oh, God.
Like you said earlier.
So,
What do we do with those?
basically, we got some cheese here, and I'm just gonna throw it down here. One of these doors leads to the furnace. The other one leads to the passageway out, and I don't remember which one it is. You watch in relief as the last of the rats scurry out of sight. You can barely smell an unpleasant odor like burning hair. Well, I guess that was the furnace.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry, rats. Should have tossed at the other door so they could get out. Just killed them all.
Well, it's a good way to determine which is which.
Yes, that was the secret passage to this T-Rex, believe it or not.
Is the T-Rex's like butt up against the wall that they come out? Like seriously, how is it connected?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I mean, through his anus, I guess got a tube in there or something. Oh my god. It's Crowdfall the T-Rhubarb. No, it's not.
It's not me. I would never do that.
You were jealous. You were always jealous that I got the story.
Now let's see who the monster really is.
Yes. Act 6. Act 6 is actually the interrogation, where we answer all the questions. And if you were playing this game seriously, like I always do, you take notes.
It's been so serious, yeah.
And evidence. With a little more effort, excuse me, you'll be the best investigative reporter Tulane ever graduated. Well, I guess I missed something there. Pooh. Thank you for coming to this inquest, Miss Bow. As the coroner on the case, I am going to informally question you and study the evidence you've collected. If you assist me in developing a case, the perpetrators will be tried in a formal court of law. We are primarily concerned with the museum murders, but we're also interested in the theft of the Dagger of Amon Ra and other matters that may have bearing on this case. My examination of the corpses have been fruitful, but I need more evidence to build a case. Any information you can give us would help, but you must justify your conclusions with the evidence you've acquired. False accusations and unsupported conclusions will not be tolerated. Although I don't wish to pressure you, your employer is also here to judge your performance on this investigation. Since this is an informal proceeding, I have allowed it on the basis that your newspaper will incorporate with our wishes. Now, to the questions. Who moited Dr. Pippin Carter? All right, Clint, it's all you, baby.
Steve Dorian.
Are you serious? You want me to really?
He's everything. Steve Dorian for everything.
All right. What was his
kidding.
motive? No, we're on it now. What was his motive?
I had a bad day.
Who murdered Lawrence Ziggy Ziegfeld?
That was definitely Steve.
What was his motive?
I was self-defense. He was being really up in my face.
Who murdered Ernie Leach?
Well, it was Steve Dorian. I mean,
Why? Why Ernie?
I was mentally deficient at that point in time.
Who murdered Yvette Delacroix?
Steve Dorian.
Really?
To protect a loved one. I was trying to protect Miss Bow from her craziness.
Who murdered Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton?
Well, obviously, it's gonna be Steve Dorian, and that was fear.
Who was the skeleton found in the steamer trunk? Steve Dorian?
Yes.
This is amazing. Who actually stole the dagger from Amon Ra from the Ancient Egypt exhibit?
Steve Dorian. I mean,
Who was the woman involved? I'll ask you this slowly, Clint. Who was the woman involved in stealing paintings from the old master's gallery?
Steve.
Dressing in drag that
Based
day.
on our own investigation, your conclusion is incorrect, Miss Bow. 2 of the men who were murdered were involved with one of the female victims in a plan to steal the paintings. We have a report on that woman telling us she appeared at an appointment in the medieval armor exhibit sometime after the party. She was unaware that her partner in crime was dead at that point and she was seen carrying paintings. If she had been confronted at that time, the evidence was her partner was dead, she might have confessed to her crime. Who was the high priest of the Amon Ra sun worshippers?
Steve Dorian.
That accusation is false, Miss Bow. However, the high priest's identity is a carefully guarded secret, so your failure to identify him is nothing to be ashamed about. He was present at the museum party, but was rarely seen afterwards. One witness said he was spotted briefly in the office of Yvette Delacroix. Which museum employee runs a fencing operation as a sideline business?
I really have to say?
He's just... Incorrect, Miss Bow. If I were you, I would have looked through the garbage in people's offices. Trash cans are often a good source of clues. Miss Bow, please remember, in the future, you're a reporter, not a detective. By interfering at crime scenes, you make it much more difficult for the police to do their jobs. Not only are your conclusions based on unfounded guesswork, you don't even have any evidence to back them up. By your presence at the murder scenes and your destruction of evidence, I'm tempted to conclude that you were the murderer.
But it was Steve Dorian!
You neglected to thoroughly question all the suspects and you missed important evidence at the crime scenes. Although you discovered the Dagger of Amon Ra, you have not arrived at conclusions about the theft that make any sense to me. I believe the theft involved 2 people, one of whom must have been on the museum staff.
Well, you're
Because
wrong.
of you, a murderer is running around loose in the city, free to kill again. I hope you're proud of yourself, Miss Bow. Oh man, everyone's like, oh. Laura Bow bungles investigation. Dagger's still missing. Ooh, ah.
Thank you for waiting,
No
Laura.
problem, Steve. I didn't mind, Steve.
Laura?
Yes?
My name isn't Steve. Oh,
Would you
what?
mind? I mean, do you suppose, Laura? Could you close your eyes? I have something for you.
Oh, I suppose so.
Dagger!
Oh, Steve!
Do you like it?